Hey guys, so I had my first day of school today. Got home like a little over a half hour ago, and I will talk to you about how that went and the surprising events that happened either tomorrow or tonight. I'm not talking about this video. This video is a very serious situation that I feel like I'm required to talk this to you about. I'm not your teacher, I'm not your mom, I'm not your grandma. You know what I am to you. I'm your internet friend, buddy, pal. I'm like that. And pals help each other out. So I'm gonna help out my pals. But I truly do love you guys, and I want you guys to know that I know you've heard about it so many times, but it's a very serious situation, and everyone that knows me knows that I'm not serious, and I like to be funny and silly and goofy, and there's times where I can be that. And there's a time when you can't be silly. And I'm not gonna be silly. I'm gonna have very serious. I might have a few laughs because I say something like I messed up or something like that. I have a little laugh. For the most part, I want to be serious. Okay. Okay, a little. So, unfortunately, over 200,000 teenagers and kids committed suicide because of bullying. And I know I'm having to exit out this video because you already heard it a million times, but don't. I think it's like that number, 200,000 people. That is a lot of teenagers and kids that lost their life because they didn't want to put up with these kids anymore. I know you already heard of that, but like really think because I'm like to use that make like the big steps. I see the little steps and really make sure that we understand the little steps before we get to the big steps. So the first thing is that's just like you're taking your own life away from you because you don't want to have to see this bully every day, or even depression. If you're so depressed and you don't find the right help, or you don't seek a professional, or your parents just ignore you, and you can't take it anymore, and you just are like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I don't want. I hate my life right now. Then you can choose that. Because as I said to myself, well, I hate my life right now. But do I really hate my life? No. There are important things that we need to learn about bullying because bullying is not okay. It's so rude because what does that person ever done to you? Maybe they're short, maybe they're a little chubby, maybe they're really extremely tall, maybe um they're like a different race, or maybe they're like a math expert, you call them like the nerds, the geeks, or whatever, you make fun of them. Or maybe they're a teacher's pet, or maybe like your ex friend or best friend that just gives you a bad day at school. You don't want to put up with it anymore, and like it goes to a point where it's just so out of control that people just take their own lives away from themselves. And that's just the worst. Like, would you ever imagine you just being like, I just want to die? So I'm gonna like cut my neck off, or I'm just gonna, hang myself. I can't imagine doing that. And I know sometimes we just didn't want to like. What is the purpose of us being on this earth? Why did I have to be born? Like, what was the reason? Well, if you believe in God like I do, God has a plan for you. And He has a purpose for you to be on this world. Now we're in a whole other conversation, but back to the bullying. People are just taking their lives away left and right because they can't stand the bullying. And maybe people, when they ask for help, they get ignored. Or maybe, um, they don't go to them because they feel embarrassed, or they just don't want to go to one. They just feel like I can take this challenge on myself, and just die. And I think it's so important that if you're a bully or you're being bullied, you need to get the proper help for both sides. Bullying, if you're a bully that is extremely rude, then you can understand that 200,000 people in this population have killed themselves because of the stress that they would put under, and that's not okay. There is just so many people that are just taking their lives away because of it, and you're the cause of their life being gone, and that is not right, and it's extremely hurtful, and it's like harassment, and then you're making them feel threatened to like die. would you? I don't think that like the bullies only have their fears of taking when they actually get really deep down because there are people that are really sensitive. There is sensitive people on this earth, and the bully might not be sensitive. You can say bully's the only one. I don't care. It's not really about what you think of me. And sometimes people just take that to heart, and they be like, "Am I really sad, or am I really like bad because of this race, or like what's the real reason why he's bullying me?" Just don't bully people because of the the number um of people that their lives have gone away is just unreal. And I know you heard of it, and I actually have an assembly about it tomorrow in first period. It's not okay, and you don't want to be in a situation where you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't need, like you don't want to be in that situation. It's very important that you understand that bullying is something that needs to be stopped, and if you are a bully, you need to stop. It's just not even funny. And if you're getting bullied, go to a teacher, because normally, and it's sad to say that some parents don't listen. They're like, oh yeah, sure, you're being bullied, sure, sure, sure. And that they don't believe them. If you go to teachers, they're always leave. Especially if you have a health teacher, I would prefer going to your health teacher because they talk about that stuff. So definitely go to your health teacher if you have one, because they're like the best people to go to, really. Or even your guidance counselor, your health teacher or your guidance counselor. They'll help you and they'll get the proper help. If the bullies in your classes, they'll help you. They'll call your parents. They'll get you professional help. And if you are a bully, and you don't be afraid. If you're the victim, don't be afraid to tell the teacher who it is that's bullying you, because that's gonna solve problems. There's no point in going to a person to get help and not telling who the bully is, because then they're never gonna solve the problem. That person can be suspended, or they can have to take all your classes, or even be expelled, depending on how bad of a bully he was or she was to that other person. So you really have to think about you really have to think about what you're doing to another person, because it might not hurt you, but it hurts everyone else. So don't do it. And I know you heard a million times. I'm not gonna drag it on. You know, there's like cyberbullying. There's over the internet, which is not okay either. So there's just so much things that you really have to watch out for. That's really about it. So I know there's more, and I know you know it. So make the right choice in life, and don't be stupid. Okay? I love you. Life choices. Bye.